I don't know. This is really exciting that you're here. I was just introducing Richard. He's, I think you know him, right? Yeah. He was going to give a talk tonight, so I don't really know what to do right now, but.
Oh yeah, no, that's all right. Yeah, Richard and I talked. We grabbed some dinner before mass, and so yeah, he said it would be all right if I came in and talked to you guys. So.
Cool. Well, everybody, let's give a hand to Jesus. He's got a few things to say.
Thank you. Yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to come in tonight. You've heard a lot of the promises that I've made over the years, and I just wanted to come in and make sure that you knew that no matter what you're going through in your life, I swear I will be there.
I swear by the moon and the stars. Like the shadow that's by your side.
All of these covenants have something to do with your life, and that's why it's important to you. And there's a covenant that takes place between Adam and Eve and God. And that covenant takes place on the seventh day of creation. God creates human beings for the seventh day. On the seventh day, Sabodah, we are supposed to rest and worship God. That's it. That's what we're supposed to do. And it's a really good thing when we can enter into that. So, that's the sign of the first covenant. The sign of the first covenant is the seventh. And it's it's God's calling to Adam and Eve to rest and worship, to be with Him. That's what worshiping is all about. It's just being with God. Okay, now we think, I don't know why we think this, but we think that Abram was this really poor man. But he was not. He was a very, very, very rich man. When he left, when God said, okay, I want you to go to this land and I'm going to give you, which is part of the beginning of the covenant with Abraham. So Abram goes to sleep after he builds this giant altar and cuts this bull in half and separates the two halves of the bull. This is a lot of time going on, right? That it's taking for this to happen. And God puts him to sleep, and he has this dream, and he sees this flaming torch that's moving in between the animals. And as that's happening, he's understanding that God is making a covenant with him. And he does what God says. And God makes this covenant with him. And he says, now you are going to be the father of a great multitude, and more than the sands of the shore and the stars in the heavens. The next covenant happens with Moses. Jacob, Israel's sons, become enslaved in Egypt, and they spend 400 years there. And after 400 years, Moses leads them out. And then God makes a covenant with Moses. And the sign of the covenant with Moses is the law. He gives Moses a law. And he says, this is what you need to do so that this group of people, the Israelites, can serve me. They are my firstborn son in all humanity. And Israel will be the people that allows the world to be blessed. And Moses thinks that's pretty cool. The next covenant that happens with David. The covenant that happens with David is a national covenant. It's actually even bigger than that. It's like a nation without borders, because Israel actually becomes a nation that controls city-states. So it's bigger than a nation. It's almost like an international foundation of people. And God says to us, finally, in what we call the New Testament, the word testament means covenant. So we have the old covenant with all kinds of covenants inside of it. And then we have the new covenant in Jesus. This is what God says to us at the beginning of John chapter 1. He says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. God says to you, I give you my Word. And the Word becomes flesh and dwells with us.